22-yard line.
Here we go! 10-2 stop.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
Go.
Now Saquon Barkley, a man who played collegiately here in the Keystone State. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
I hope you brought your left because I'm about to take you to school.
On 2nd and 9, Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing, Jones. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. That's taken on the 25. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Let's find two.
Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Joseph now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jones operating from the gun. It's caught. Shepard And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a Giant first down on a gain of 16.
Let's go.
Ready.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back, and he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's caught, and he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Evan Ingram with touchdown number 7 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. Rosas good with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Wentz now on 1st down. This short throw caught by Goddard. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
On 2nd down now, it's Sanders taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Eagles have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Joseph now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That one, 28 yards on the ground. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. They'll run with Barkley. And some space here. 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 41 yards. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
It's our time. It's our time.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Looking to throw. Jones. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. He's at the 50, the 40. Past the 20, 10, and he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Joseph now to have the PAT. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Well, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys are back within a single score. Rosas now to add the PAT.
Brandon, they just got the ball, and already they're in the end zone, and you're getting ready to talk about the PAT. That was fast.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. To throw is Wentz. And unsuccessful there, trying to dump it underneath. That'll bring up 3rd down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Sunday.
51's the mic, boy. 51.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 16. A good return there, 17 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. That's going to go down. It brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports.
21, Giants 14.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Hey, echo.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He'll get 15 and a Giants 1st down.
Ready.
Jones now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. Back to throw. Jones. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what?
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Nigel Bradham flying in and laying the lumber defensively.
3rd down. 3rd and 15.
The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15.
Hey, orbit.
Check. 53's mine. Check. 53's mine. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Ready.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. Looking for Shepard deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender is making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything to warrant a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
Here's Wentz to throw, and he connects with Ertz. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Again, it's Wentz. He'll get this out to Lynch, complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Solid.
Hey, come on now. Switch.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well.
Hey, it's coming up. Hey, Shorty.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. He finds Lynch. It's complete. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. Now a 1st down carry. It's Hill. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Let's go. Let's bring it.
They'll run with Sanders. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays, not thinking about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal.
Here we go.
They'll come out in the pistol. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? On 3rd down, here's Wilson. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. 4 yards, that gets him close to the goal line, but it also brings up a 4th and goal. Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Great 57.
Get that quarterback. And off.
What's up?
Wentz going to go on 4th down. Got a man open. It's Ertz. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Way to go. That's what I'm talking about.
Zach Ertz, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles able to push further out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
No, I would tell my offense right here, the punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not on the team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
A first down run from Barkley, pretty well defended. Give him 3 yards on the play. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. From the 44, Jones. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Jones now on third down. This is Shepard on the catch. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 35.
But we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he...
And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. In for the score as his guys are back within a single score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 yards and a first down for Philly.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. To throw, it's Wentz. It's Hill, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This one from 35 yards away. The kick by Joseph is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will it be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here.
We got 4. Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky.
Black, come on.
Block 57. In your face.
From the 29, Wentz, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bud Dupree able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Wentz now to throw. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on 3rd down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape, 1st and 10. Jones on 1st and 10. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
55.
Throwing on 1st down. Jones. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game. And it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to tackle right here on this play.
Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. They'll try to run this one in, and he is in. Touchdown, Giants. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown.
Well, partner, I do know this. If you're a defensive back, you have more chances to make a team now than ever because people are using 5 defensive backs, 6 defensive back packages. Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there, and what a pickoff.
Why is that? Why are they using that more?
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This has become a passing league, and because of that, more defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? On 2nd and 12, Wentz, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. That's complete. He's got Lynch out of the backfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Wentz now 12 of 17 through the air as he leads his guys up on 1st down. Now Wentz. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Come on, set.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones finds his tight end Ingram. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Back to you.
Now Jones throwing again. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. Touchdown, Giants! A big play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They're looking to turn things around here. They've been shut down in this 3rd quarter, and that was after a good first half offensively. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Go, go, go.
Now Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
So many screen passes are the result of excellent acting by everyone, but sometimes the guy who's getting the ball tips the play off. The running back, because he's eager to get the pass, and sometimes he doesn't act very well about whether he's going to block or leak out or whatever. And I think that they saw that, and that's why they're able to get to him on it.
1st down, Giants on a pickup of 14. Jones now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his 11th touchdown of the year. And thanks to the interception, the Giants offense cashes in with 6. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead, they have seen it evaporate completely after such a good first half. They've been shut down here in the third quarter.
Searching for answers, trying to figure out what it's going to take to get back to where they were before. The big part of it is that sometimes you don't have to go exotic now. You go back to basics. Being able to run the football, string some things together, some effective passes, try and get a rhythm established again, and try and get back in the lead.
Back in the lead, like you said, back to the basics. Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Throwing on first is Wentz. Throw left side complete. It's Lynch. That throw good for 4. It's second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To throw again on second down. Wentz. That's complete to Arcega-Whiteside. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 28. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Wentz going to throw. Gets this one to Hill. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles get a score closer. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. Joseph now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
A big pickup of 38. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And again this time to the tailback. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Throwing, Jones. And intercepted, maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Nate Gary. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
In his own end zone, it's Wentz. That one complete to Hill. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. 19 yards there on the catch and run. Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got a 1st and 10 now out past the 20. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. On play action, it's Wentz. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And this will get him all the way inside the Giants' 10. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Now Wentz again. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Wentz's pass. Incomplete in the end zone.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Again, it's Barkley. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Looking to throw. Jones. It's caught. Shepard. He's at the 30. 10. 5. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Sterling Shepard. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see, do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. To throw is Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing is Wentz. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Wentz. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 21. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Wentz now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown from 21 yards away. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Here's Wentz to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Come on, set. 60 outlaw.
Silver.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending the guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
Here's Matt Weil now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's taken in at the 9. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Come on.
Wentz now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun now for Wentz. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. One final try now for Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone. As time has run out on this ball game. But, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Giants, they move back over 500 now at 6-5. And they'll have another road date next week with the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Philadelphia, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.